This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man charged for hacking 61-year-old woman to death. 55-year-old farmer Dwayne Richards of Crooked River in Clarendon has been charged with the February 15 murder of 61-year-old Sharon Cole of MacDonald District, also in Crooked River. The police report that the incident happened about 5:10 p.m. when Richards went to a grocery shop where he saw Cole and asked her to buy him a drink. She obliged. He told her thanks and she did not answer. It is reported that he then grabbed her and pulled her outside the shop and used a machete he had waiting by the door to chop her all over her body, severing her left hand in the process. Richards was subsequently arrested at the home of a relative in Kingston and later charged. A witness to Cole's murder told the news that this news brings a sense of security to the community. We feel safe now, because even after the police say they catch him, we did still afraid and nobody never want to talk up, the witness said, adding that residents had long harbored fear of the man they called Snake. Meanwhile, an angry councillor for the Escalates division, Noel Nemard, minced no words in expressing his pleasure that the accused man was apprehended and charged, and went even further to say that heinous crimes such as this one should warrant capital punishment. When you are sure that a person is 100% guilty, he should be hanged. He should be in no prison eating taxpayers' money. Even the family of the gentleman feels the same way, said Nemard. Richard's court date is being finalized. Yallahs suspends face-to-face classes for a second time due to COVID cases. The Yallahs High School in St. Thomas will again be suspending face-to-face classes this week after 2 teachers and a student tested positive for COVID-19. The principal told the news that at least 2 other teachers are suspected to have contracted the disease. They are awaiting their test results. Classes at the high school are to resume on Thursday. The principal said that the end-of-term exams scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday will be rescheduled and that deep cleaning will take place during the period. This is the second time in weeks that the institution, one of several high schools in the parish that had received the green light for face-to-face classes in January, has been forced to return to online teaching and learning due to an upsurge in COVID-19 cases. Police arrest suspected robbers in Downtown Kingston. Police yesterday arrested 4 men who allegedly committed a robbery in the upscale area of Norbrook, St. Andrew. In a thread on Twitter, the Jamaica Constabulary Force said technology aided in the swift apprehension of the men who were nabbed on Orange Street in downtown Kingston. The constabulary said about 11:45 a.m. a report was made to the Matilda's Corner Police in Ligony, St. Andrew, by a woman who disclosed that she had been robbed by men traveling in a red motor car. A cell phone had also been stolen. The police said, using the upgraded police radio network, the Matilda's Corner Police quickly shared the information about the vehicle and information about the men's whereabouts, which they garnered through the use of technology. They said the Kingston Central Operational Support Team was able to intercept the vehicle in Orange Street and arrest the 4 men. 2 cellular phones were seized. U.S. journalist who broke story on exposed personal data hits back at government. The U.S. journalist who broke the story about the exposed personal data of travelers to Jamaica provided via the Jam COVID website and application is hitting back at the government of Jamaica, suggesting that it has been targeting him in its investigation of the breach. In a Twitter thread in response to a news story published online, Zach Whitaker of TechCrum maintained that the data was left unprotected on an exposed cloud server. He also released a screenshot showing that the cloud server was accessible to the public. The U.S. News report had said more than 70,000 negative COVID-19 lab results, more than 425,000 immigration documents authorizing travel to the island, including identity and passport information, and more than 250,000 quarantine orders dating back to June 2020 were at risk. Amber has not said how many files were exposed, although Senator Matthew Samuda, minister without portfolio in the Security Ministry, said Friday in a nationwide radio interview that just under 700 persons were impacted. Whitaker is also insisting that the government is lying about when it became aware of the breach. The government said it became aware of the situation on February 16, but Whitaker insists that it was days earlier. The Jamaican government has also launched a criminal investigation into the incident. Instead of restoring trust and being transparent, the inquiry now appears to be on me, the journalist who reported the security lapse to the Jamaican authorities in the first place, he said. He called comments by Samuda troubling. Samuda had said that what Whitaker had seen is metadata, which is data that provides a description and information about other data. Samuda then suggested that if Whitaker went further than viewing metadata, then he would be in breach of the Cybercrimes Act. This comment from @Matthew Samuda is troubling as it portrays Jamaica as hostile to journalists and good faith hackers and security researchers whose jobs it is to find and help get security issues fixed, said Whitaker. If the Jamaican government prosecutes someone for accessing public data, you can't expect good faith hackers, security researchers, or cybersecurity professionals to ever report a security issue or breach ever again. You can't have it both ways, @Matthew Samuda, he tweeted. Beds on brink. COVID crisis escalates as moderate and critical cases near 100. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton goes to cabinet this morning with a full-blown crisis on his hands as key hospitals in the coronavirus fight have either exceeded their COVID-19 bed space or are on the brink of turning away the sick. The St. James-based Cornwall Regional Hospital, the ailing Type A facility serving Western Jamaica, is at 100%, and the Nowell Holmes Hospital in Hanover is at 95%, revealed Errol Green, head of the Western Regional Health Authority. Cornwall Regional Hospital has 339 beds overall, with 41 allotted for COVID-19 cases. The numbers are just coming, he lamented, insisting that doctors will not be turning away anyone. If people are showing up, what are we going to do? We have to accommodate them. They have to stay on stretchers and wheelchairs until we can find beds for them, Green said, adding that the hospital has been forced to relax its infections control requirements measures to improve capacity. The Spanish Town Hospital was at 85%, while the National Chest and the Kingston Public Hospitals were at high numbers, confirmed Wentford Charles, chairman of the South Eastern Regional Health Authority, under whose oversight the facilities fall. We are making every effort to cope, he told the news on Sunday night, indicating that a 70-bed field hospital, valued at $753,000 donated by the U.S. government, is being transferred from the National Chest Hospital to the Spanish Town Hospital to serve the St. Catherine region, whose COVID-19 crisis has set off alarm bells. There were unconfirmed reports Sunday night that the University Hospital of the West Indies in St. Andrew was also out of bed space. Jamaica's coronavirus cases have massively trended upwards this month, with a 24-hour positivity rate over 30% in one instance, prompting the authorities to urge Jamaicans to follow guidelines, tighten the national curfew, and reduce the number allowed for public gatherings. On February 1, Jamaica had 15,973 confirmed COVID-19 cases, with 92 hospitalized and 353 deaths. The country up to Saturday had 21,382 cases, 245 persons in hospital, and 396 deaths. There are 97 critical and moderate cases. The parishes with the most cases are Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. James, Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Anne, which together number 16,596. Greta Bogues passes. Private sector professionals have been reacting to news about the death of Greta Bogues, the former chief executive officer of the private sector organization of Jamaica. She died yesterday. Her death was confirmed by President of the PSOJ, Keith Duncan, who was unable to provide further details. Marcia Forbes, founder of Phase 3 Productions, noted her contributions to the private sector. The news just doesn't stop. Another Jamaican woman who has contributed so much now gone, she said on Twitter yesterday. President of the First Global Bank, Marian McIntosh Robinson, also called the news distressing. Bogues also served Jerry and nephew as Senior Director of Corporate Affairs and External Communication. Police arrest alleged gangsters in St. Catherine. The police say they have arrested 3 young men believed to be members of the Bogues gang. The gang is alleged to be one of the criminal organizations behind a flare-up of violence in the St. Catherine North Division. The lawmen have described the arrest as a major blow to the gang and criminal enterprises in the area. The Jamaica Constabulary Force said the arrests were made following a series of technology and intelligence-driven operations in the Rivoli, Windsor Road, and other nearby communities in St. Catherine. They say the operations have been conducted with the aim of disrupting the activities of the gangsters and protecting the lives and livelihoods of the people of Spanish Town and its environs. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.